Alright, hey YouTube. So I've gotten a ton of emails from people that are showing a lot of remorse, and I really thank you for all the support. I've been kind of down, I'm not gonna lie. But a lot of people had been posting comments and leaving emails, and they wanted to follow up on the tomatoes. So I'm going to do just that. Sorry about the lighting, I didn't really realize that for a second. But I'm happy because I did manage to save quite a few. And there's really no way I can kind of show you guys what it looked like, because in the panic, we lost about 4 or 5 varieties completely. We pretty much lost about 60 plants, and then mangled another probably 300, 400. And so I'll kind of show you what I can. The greenhouse is up, we got it. But really quick, I'll show you. See these bushes here? They are about 12 feet tall. The greenhouse, which is up now, flew over those bushes and landed over here. Didn't even knock over the bushes. You can't even tell that it hit them. It literally picked up like a sail. Then, imagine this greenhouse isn't even here. There was a pile, I mean, it was probably 3 feet tall of just tomato plants that were piled on top of each other. And the wind was about probably 60-mile-an-hour gusts, maybe more. But I'm going to show you the damage. Now, it does not look nearly as bad as it did, because we went to the store, bought all these bamboo stakes, and we literally staked almost every single one up. I know it doesn't look like I lost a lot. Trust me, I took a huge hit. All of the stakes that you see are ones that were mangled, bent stems, and I'm doing my best that I can. But as you can see, I mean, like this is what they look like, and I still have to get bamboo stakes for these, because these ones are just like, I mean, they're literally being supported by the other ones. I mean, as you can see here, like they won't support themselves unless they're bent on something else, because they'll just fall right over. And like I said, you know, it's a huge hit. Some got their tops broken off, just mangled, and then some are just really wind whipped. See, I mean, like those will never come back. And I'm not gonna lie, I was very upset. In fact, I'm pretty upset with myself in the actions that I took, because let me just face the camera here really quick. So, whoopsie, lighting. All right. So I'm kind of upset with the actions that I took, because I didn't have the greenhouse staked down, and I thought it was fine. I was not expecting this to happen, and I kind of acted out of nature, and I called the tent company and was complaining to them how they didn't offer me stakes. And then I realized, I'm like, you know, I brought this on myself. And regardless, it was a very unfortunate accident. I had no clue. It literally came out of nowhere. And what looked just like rain, maybe 30 minutes later, was just tornado, gale winds, and this thing was just up like a kite in the air. So there's really nothing you can do but just focus on the good and move on. All these plants are going to be really stressed. That's my one worry, is that tomatoes bounce back pretty well, but when they take a hit like that, they tend to drop all their flowers, which they're putting on like pretty crazy. I'll show you in a little bit. But then they also tend to not produce as well, because the main stem is bent, so they can take up a lot less nutrients, and they'll be a lot less healthy of a plant than they would have been. But like I said, I can't replace any of these varieties. Most of them are irreplaceable, and 8 weeks in the works. I mean, you can't just stop and restart. It wasn't something I could do. It was either I run out in the middle of this storm, save the plants, and risk getting like a tree limb fall on my head, or a tree fall over, or lose all the tomato plants. So I ran them to the garage and I hit them on what could be sheltered, and I had some help from my family, so I thank you guys if you're watching. Yeah, so I'll show you some more damage, but like I said, it's definitely getting better. I'm definitely more optimistic than I was. They've perked back a lot. I fed them with high phosphorus, high nitrogen, fertilizer, organic. It's all good. Don't worry. But yeah, so it's definitely a hit, but I'm nonetheless growing big or going home, and I'm going to continue doing what I do best. I'm going to see if I can get these things to perk up a little bit more. And yeah, I'm aware that I might lose some just because of the hit they took and the stress that they're under, but I'm keeping this place extra warm, keeping the water in there, so they're minimizing stress as much as possible. So I'll continue to show you a little bit. So the black seamans, as you can see by the large amounts of flowers, there's I'm trying to show you some more flowers here. There's lots of flowers getting set, and luckily enough, whether you're a Buddhist, a Muslim, Christian, that was dead, but or whether or not you just believe in fate, there was something out there that that protected these plants. I'm not going to get into religion and everything, but honestly, because there is no way these plants were decimated by the wind. And when I say decimated, I mean all of these plants were literally coming straight out. They were flattened. There was no chance that they would come back. And somehow I managed to save at least 500 out of the 700 that I had. I had 2 flats that I was waiting to grow of Polish linguiça, Great White, and some other varieties, and they're gone. They got, oh gosh, they got blown. But yeah, I mean, like, that's not going to come back. It looks like this might bounce back, but as you can see, the stem is pretty well crimped. Stem's pretty well crimped. This is gone, and I mean, this is what they looked like. I mean, like, they're so wind whipped that I don't know if these are going to come back. These were the ones that I was waiting on stakes for, but I mean, you just gotta take what you're given and run with it, I guess, because there's like this, see, missing the top. It snapped the top right off, and yeah, it'll produce more suckers and stuff, but it won't be nearly as bushy and beautiful as I would have had. But you can't complain. I mean, it could have been a lot worse, and that's one thing that I'm trying to tell everyone, is that it could have been a lot worse than it was. So I thank you all for your support. I thank you all for your kind words. It's really nice to hear from you guys. It's also really nice to see all the new subscribers come out. Thank you so much, Ray, for the shout out. It was really nice of you. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a follow up because everyone wanted to see it, and I figured, I could wait for them to perk up a little bit more, but you can't run from something, especially when it's now public and over half the gardening community knows about it. So I couldn't keep it secret, so I had to make a follow-up video. So sorry it's so long, but I just had something that I wanted to say, and say thank you, and just keep tuning in, and these will keep getting better, and pretty soon they'll be in the ground, so you'll get to see all of my excitement. So I thank you, and hopefully I'll have an awesome video coming up pretty soon, so stay tuned. See you guys. Bye.